So what's up, creatives? Welcome back to Photo Conversations, where we have conversations about photography, film, and so much more about life. Well, you must be wondering why my YouTube setup keeps changing each and every time. But for me, I think really change is the only permanent thing. And for now, we are really trying to do different things to see how the look changes. And also, really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the right space for me to creatively be able to deliver my YouTube videos. So I think let's just get used to moving around every other day, every now and then. Sometimes I actually have to do these videos in the field, and I don't know where it goes, but for now, I think change is the only way to keep, improving, really. So today I just want to share with you key factors to consider before you take on a client or an assignment. Usually as your business grows and you become better and the quality of your work improves and the quality of your work process improves, there's a tendency for creatives, say for example photographers, filmmakers, animators, to consider revenue or turnover or income as the only key factor to consider before onboarding a client. And yet there is a plethora of other key factors that actually might rank even higher than money before taking on a client. So today I just want us to share these factors that I think are important, and every creative should be able to look at them critically before they engage on an assignment or bring a new client on board. Because really, yes, it is about money because we need the money, we need to pay the bills, but then again, there are other factors we need to look at that might come to bite us in the long run, So these are the things I just want to share with you. Well, the list might not be comprehensive because the number of factors and of course because of the limited time we have on YouTube. So really, I'll just pick out those that I think really resonate with me as a person, and also those that I've got to learn the hard way and also experience in the process of carrying on my work in the field. So factor number one is the potential to build your portfolio. So in the journey of growing as a creative or a business owner or an entrepreneur, naturally you are going to gravitate towards a particular niche over a period of time, because it's not going to make sense to do everything or to, as a creative, like to take on all sorts of work, all different types of work, because that way you do not position yourself more as a specialist, you position yourself more as a jack of all trades. And this definitely is going to reflect on your portfolio. So you'll find that your portfolio really has a particular type of work that you do. And fortunately or unfortunately, you're going to have more clients coming in. Maybe I'll give you an example. For like a photographer, you'll have weddings coming, you'll have documentaries coming, you'll have corporate headshots coming, you'll have product photography coming, and all this really means money, it means income, it means revenue. But how does it reflect on your portfolio? So it's not really about taking on every kind of job you find because you need the money. Yes, I know we need to pay the bills, but then you need to be very selective, because each and every job you take on has an impact on your portfolio. Then the other thing still about portfolio growth is the level of work you're doing. If you have grown up to a certain level of product quality and maybe a level of production, I think certain types of work are better left alone. I'll give you an example. If you've been shooting maybe high-end documentaries and maybe someone shows up with a birthday, in my opinion, I know this is gonna sound harsh, but in my opinion, a birthday or like a photo shoot of a beautiful girl will not reflect positively on your portfolio that you've built as a documentary photographer, or your portfolio that you've built as a product photographer. So for me, I think it's not a matter of whether the work is low level or high level, but it's a matter of building a portfolio that is very consistent with the kind of work that you take on. This inevitably will show the kind of clients that you work for, the type of work you do, and the quality that you produce. So I don't mean to say that don't take these small jobs unless, okay, maybe you could take them, but I mean, they shouldn't reflect on your portfolio, because in the end, your cash cow clients are going to have to look at your portfolio, and your portfolio has to be consistent with the quality of work that you produce. So for me, I would say, before you take on any kind of job, you need to look at how that kind of work is going to impact your portfolio as a creative. So factor number 2 to consider before you take on a client or a gig is the human rights track record of the client you're going to work with. For me, regardless of the money or the prestige with the work you're going to do, I believe your health, your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health is very important. Before it actually comes before money, and it comes before whatever prestige you're going to get from the work you're doing. So I believe it's very important to look at the history of respect for human rights of the clients that you're going to work with. I've been on assignments where really my rights have been infringed upon. So I believe you need to look carefully to avoid future conflict or future issues in as far as your own well-being is concerned, because well-being is very important. As a creative, you need to be well. Working with a client that abuses you verbally or physically or even mentally, to me, is not a good thing. So look out for their track record in terms of violating human rights. If they've violated human rights before, in my opinion, please don't bother taking on such a job, regardless of how much money you're getting. You might make the money, but then end up losing that money in lawsuits that might come out of the violations. You might end up spending that money on medication or treatment for injuries, that you've gotten from, maybe being, assaulted by these clients. So you need to really think about the human rights violation track record of these clients that you're going to work with. The third key factor you need to look at as a creative before you engage any client or any form of work is the payment record of the client you're going to work with. I know a number of clients might present the image that we are big and we pay in dollars or we pay in pounds or we pay in whatever currencies, but at the end of the day, it's not about the amount of money that they've promised to pay you. At the end of the day, it's about the ability of your client to pay the money that they agreed to pay in the contract. You need to look at their payment history, and the best way to do this is to reach out to people that have worked with these clients before and ask them about the payment mannerisms of the client you're going to work with. And I would say sometimes it doesn't matter how much the amount is, but if the client is not able to pay within the period that you've agreed, to me, I think it is also a cost in its own way, because money for the work you've produced should come in timely. And of course, also on your end, you need to deliver your product as per the agreement that you made with the client. So looking into the financial history of your client is very important. Looking into whether these people have the integrity to pay for what they've taken from you or not is also very important. So before you take on any gig, try to look at the payment history of the clients you're working with. You also need to look at the contractual integrity of the clients you're working with, because it's easy to write down a contract and sign, but it's also another thing altogether to be able to honor the terms and conditions within the contract. So look at the contractual adherence history or track record of the clients that you're going to work with, because it's a very important thing to save you from lawsuits, to save you from frustrations while you're working. I would say it's better you turn away from clients that are not good at respecting or honoring their contractual obligations. But equally, this should still resonate with you as a creative, should also reflect with you the same way, because at the end, you should also be able to honor your contractual obligation. So the fourth factor and the last factor is the core values, the core ethos, or the core, the culture, or the belief system of your client is also something you need to consider before you take on a job or an assignment from a particular client. For me, I think work ceases to be interesting if you're doing things, or you're producing work that you don't believe in, or you produce work that, or you're doing work that kind of conflicts with your spiritual beliefs or your social beliefs. Really, I believe you need to do work that makes you feel good as a person. I know money matters, but at the end of the day, how do you feel after you've done this kind of work? To me, it's not really just about the money. It's about making impact. I've had opportunities to work with clients, and really, I've even not been able to put their work on my portfolio because I don't believe in what they do. I don't believe in their core values, and just working with them conflicts with me. And when I have a conflict about my core values and belief system, I'm definitely not going to produce the quality of work that I would have produced if I really believe in whatever I'm producing. So I believe, look into the religious beliefs, look into the social beliefs, because at the end of the day, we need to do work that makes us feel better as creatives, work that helps us grow spiritually, socially, and in all these other spheres of life. So I think we need to look at these factors. So a recap of the factors to consider before you decide or accept to work with a client or take on an assignment, for your work. So these are the factors. Factor number one, look at the potential of your portfolio growth. 2, look at the financial capacity or the payment history of your clients. 3, look at the human rights violation track record of your clients. And 4, look at the core values and the belief system of your clients before you even think about how much money they're going to pay you. So thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, and I hope I have added value to your day. And feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Photo Conversations Uganda, and hit the bell button to get notifications for any new content that we will be producing. Thank you so much. Catch you on the next one.